Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves who are on this journey to love. And it is the Taurus new moon tonight. And I just thought I would share this because I pulled a RUMI card for a little ceremony that I'm doing for tonight, and it was Let Love Transform, and it is number 14. And so I thought I would share it because I'm going to read you what the RUMI says basically. But it is lovely because it includes the moon, and so I thought, well, okay, how lovely. And also this is the first time that this Taurus moon has happened in Uranus in 84 years, so I believe. And so I'm going to read letters 84 from the Divine Love Letter books 1 and 2, and also letter 167 that someone asked for. So I'm going to read letters 84 and 167 first. And again, if you watch this morning's video and then watch the recommendation that I said, you will see how crazy synchronous these letters are. So, I'd like to tell you how absolutely, insanely, mind-bogglingly beautiful I think you are. It's beyond words what you do to the inside of me. It's like 1,000 electrodes going off all over my body. The most intense feelings that I've ever had. I love, love, love the way you make me feel. I love you. Always have, always will. Always need you in my life, no matter what I say or do. Don't listen to me. I talk crap. I'm putting things right. I'm making my life better. I'm making me better so that I can be better for you. Trust in me, please. Wow, how interesting is that? Because it says about don't listen to me, I talk crap. And the Taurus new moon is all about moving into Taurus, where basically we'll be unearthing. We won't be able to take the crap anymore, because we'll be very much, the energy will be forcing us to speak our truth. And so I just thought that was, again, you know, lovely. Okay, lesson 167. That I want it as much as she does, but I can't hurry it. That I've got to take time to feel safe with opening up to my heart, to feeling that I'm okay to let down my guard. It's trusting myself and building trust in myself that I'm worthy enough of having a proper, sacred relationship. Because, let's face it, this isn't just any relationship or any woman. This is the one. I can't mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. I want to be perfect. I want to do everything right. When it comes to actually taking your hand, I want to make sure that I am the knight in shining armour that can whisk you off your feet and treat you like a princess and adorn you with love. The love that I want to give and the love that you deserve. Okay, lovely. Right, so now I'm going to read the same 84 and then 167 from book 2. So, there's a rainbow in the sky and you are shining bright like a prism, with each ray of brilliant rainbow light shining out of you. You are a pillar and a ray of crystalline beauty. When we come together, our combined light will be so powerful. More than 1 million rocket launchers. You are the rocket that sets my world on fire. You create my world. You create me. We belong to the light. We are of the light. Believe in the power of light to win over the dark. Believe that we will bring our light. Well, if you listen to this morning's video that I put out and then listen to that recommendation, what they spoke about was crystalline, and they referenced essentially what was just in that letter about becoming sort of crystalline pillars of light and everything being crystalline around them. So yeah, lovely again. Okay, so 167. I want to say that you are sensational in every way. There's nothing that I don't absolutely adore about you. And there's 1,000,001 things that I adore, from the flutter in my stomach that you bring when I think of you, to the air that I breathe, that seems to make me want to breathe only you. You are the breath of life in me, the only one that I want to share my life with, my air with. It's you that lifts me higher. It's you that lifts my spirit and makes me want to soar like an eagle. Oh my God, you are my air. Okay, now that's brilliant because you are my eagle. I was talking about Eddie the Eagle, the film, yesterday, in yesterday's video. So how brilliant is that? Because basically the base in that, it's like against all of the odds. And that's the other thing about, you know, setting your intentions out on the new moon. It's about really, really, really believing that anything can happen. And, you know, to really expect the unexpected and to trust that, you know, miracles really, really can happen. Right, so this is the RUMI. What RUMI wants to say on this Taurus new moon. And it is, let love transform. The spring of love arrives to transform the dust into a garden. The call is heard from the heavens to bid the wings of souls to fly. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. The stone becomes a ruby, and the body becomes all soul. Love is my medicine, intelligent medicine. It takes death and makes it a passageway into greater life. What genius is this? A genius that will render anything and everything as a pathway to life. I have found a bench upon which we may be seated. Nay, not a bench, a love seat. It is carved of precious ruby. It sits under the gentle shade of an ancient tree that thrives in love's garden. Come sit with me, beloved, as we let the whispers of the great beloved penetrate our hallowed ears, carried upon the sweet afternoon breeze. As the sun begins to set, the colours become vibrant. Even if we are deaf to the beloved's tender whispers, we shall not be blind. We shall be captured by the vivid display of the beloved's artistry and be transported into peace. This oracle comes to you as a living spiritual gift. Whether you realize it or not, you have triumphed. You have blossomed, succeeded, cast aside that which was unworthy, and taken up love's way. How much delight there is from all those that walk this way of love, of life, to find another precious companion in their midst. You are welcomed into this world where love finds a way. There is nothing impossible for love. It is not bound by the mind, and because of this, all manner of miraculous grace works through it in endless creative variety. The great beloved is a show-off, creating with such genius as to be breathtaking. Were we able to remain always in the heart, we would be constantly breathless, in a fit of appreciation and awe so great, truly, there would not be even a slither of emptiness through which fear could enter. What does this mean? It means an avenue for divine fulfillment has been found. You are being given the power for spiritual success. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself, but you must comply according to the law of love. What does that mean exactly? Do not attach yourself to the form that your resolution and success shall take. Why would you seek to limit love's creative genius? No, instead, trust that it will be magnificent, perfection, literally the work of great genius. Detach yourself from expectations of timing. The harvest will be at the best time when the ripeness is just right. So utterly juicy and sweet, you shall know with certainty that this was the best way. Not a moment sooner would have been perfect, nor a moment later. Absolute trust is the best way to adhere to the law of love. This gives you rather some energy to spare. Perhaps that might have otherwise been engaged in perpetuating worry or doubt. Well, I am so happy to see that you are twiddling your divine thumbs and wondering if you are not going to worry. If you are just going to surrender and trust, then what exactly will you do with yourself? Well, of course, you can just live your life, but perhaps you may want to dance barefoot and wild with me upon the cool sand at midnight under the fullness of the harvest moon. I love that. So, you know, basically it's saying, look, just abandon all worry and doubt and trust in the timing and the power of the universe. So the sacred